What's that school rule you hated the most? For me, it was the no hats in school policy that almost broke my son. My 10-year-old Leo has alopecia. It's a condition where you lose your hair. He was always a happy, confident kid, but losing his hair in 4th grade was tough. He became quiet and withdrawn. The one thing that made him feel normal was his favorite baseball cap. We had a doctor's note, and for a whole year it was fine. Then we got a new principal, Mr. Harrison. He was a strict, old-school guy who believed rules were rules, no exceptions. On his first day, he saw Leo in the hallway and snatched the hat right off his head in front of everyone. Leo's face just crumpled. I tried to explain the situation and showed him the doctor's note. He handed it back and said, "School policy is for everyone. It's about uniformity. If I make an exception for him, everyone will want one." I argued with him for a week. I told him it wasn't about fashion. It was about my son's confidence. He wouldn't budge. He said Leo needed to build character and not hide behind a hat. Every day, Leo would come home miserable. Kids weren't being mean, but he felt exposed and different. He started pretending to be sick to avoid school. My happy, outgoing boy was disappearing. I was ready to go to the school board, but I knew that would be a long, messy fight. I had to do something faster. I was scrolling through for local news one night when I saw a story about a player from our city's baseball team, a star pitcher named Marcus Thorne, who did a lot of charity work with children's hospitals. On a hunch, I found his agent's contact info and sent a long, heartfelt email explaining everything about Leo, Mr. Harrison, and the hat. I didn't expect to hear back. 2 days later, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. It was Marcus Thorne. He told me he'd been bullied as a kid for being skinny, and that my email hit home. He said, "I have an idea. Is there a school assembly coming up?" The next Friday, Mr. Harrison was on stage in the auditorium, droning on about school pride. Suddenly, the gym doors opened, and Marcus Thorne walked in, wearing his full team uniform. The whole place went absolutely crazy. Kids were screaming and cheering. Mr. Harrison looked completely starstruck. Marcus took the microphone and gave a speech about how being different makes you strong. Then he said, "I heard there's a super fan of mine here today. Leo, can you come up here?" My son, looking terrified, walked onto the stage. Marcus knelt down, took off his own official team hat, and placed it on Leo's head. "I hear you're a fighter, Leo," he said, loud enough for everyone to hear. "This is for you. Real champions wear their hats with pride." Then, Marcus put on another hat he'd brought with him. He turned to the students and shouted, "Anyone else got a hat?" Suddenly, hundreds of kids started pulling hats out of their backpacks and putting them on. It was a sea of hats. The teachers were laughing, and even some of them put on hats they had in their bags. Mr. Harrison just stood there, his face bright red, as the local news reporter who came with Marcus filmed the entire thing. He couldn't suspend the whole school. The next day, the school board issued a formal apology to my family, and the no hat rule was quietly revised to allow for medical and personal exceptions. Leo wore his signed hat to school every day for the rest of the year.